Hello everyone! The purpose of this video is to start a discussion about how to change quickly between patterns on Elektron devices. This topic is especially relevant for musicians like guitarists, piano players, bass players or drummers, basically for anyone who have their hands busy on stage and want to control Elektron devices as simple as possible. In this particular example, I am triggering digital tracks from 1 to 6 using NOR drum pads. The first pad triggers track 1, the second pad triggers track 2, and so on. On the Syntakt, I have prepared 4 patterns. They have the same sound but different trigger notes, so when I change the pattern, I change the chord. I could program pattern sequence using pattern chaining or the Songmode, but this would force me to adapt my tempo to the sequencer. As a drummer, I'm often in musical situations where I improvise and adapt my tempo to the other musicians, or play ad libitum. So for that reason, I am interested in changing patterns manually. One very obvious way to switch from one pattern to another is to press the pattern button and then one of these buttons with the number corresponding to the pattern. In the song mode, however, we can do this faster. Check it out. First we have to go to the song edit mode. By the way, we can just press the song mode button twice, but it only works when the song mode is already activated. When we are in the song mode edit, we have to press left arrow button twice to select patterns from the left column. We can activate the pattern by just clicking Yes button. That gives us the possibility to switch between patterns very quickly. Just click the down or up arrow button and then Yes. We can also select the next pattern and wait as long as we like to activate it, because the time for the activation is not limited, opposite to the pattern button. Let's see how it works in practice. I really like this solution. It is especially functional when we need to jump between patterns from another banks. But there is one drawback of changing patterns using Song Mode Edit. If we want to make any changes to the sound playback parameters, we have to leave the song mode and then it takes a lot to get back to it. We have to click Song Mode button twice and then again left arrow button twice. Another disadvantage is that when returning to the Song Mode edit, the row selection always jumps to the first row. It would be better if the row with currently activated pattern would be selected. What I miss in the song mode is a row which enables to jump to any other row and activate it. For example, in an 8 rows sequence, to go from row 8 back to row 1, we have to click arrow up 7 times. It would be great if we could just program row 9 to jump to row 1 and activate it. The system of changing patterns that I imagine to work most smoothly would be possible if we could control arrow up, arrow down and yes buttons with Midi. We could then connect a Midi foot switch and change patterns in an incredibly ergonomic way. It would be also extremely convenient if the activation of a row would lead to the selection of the next row. In that case, one Midi foot switch assigned to the yes button would be enough to activate rows successively. That's all I wanted to share today, so thank you very much. Leave the comments, I'm curious what you think about this topic, and all the best.